Good morning, beautiful souls, and happy Sunday to you all. My apologies for the confusion. I did happen to mention in last week's live that was going to be the last time I do this kind of session live, and we're going to go back to pre-recorded uploads from this moment forth. So sorry if everyone was looking for me this morning and I wasn't there. Just for various reasons, I've decided just to do a pre-recording, which is usually on the Sunday anyway, and just upload it. So just makes things energetically a little bit easier for me, and no one gets disappointed if I don't acknowledge them in comments or anything. So anyway, here we are. The energy today is really, really weird. I got the pleasantries of having a nice little sleep in this morning, but when I woke up, the energy is just really, really, really strange. And I sort of channeled in with spirit before I got on here, and I sort of said, like, what's up? What's going on? And I feel like there's some sort of recalibration happening, and there's a bit of a reset happening as a conscious collective. So I'll be tapping into that more from this moment forth, because it's actually really intriguing me and really interesting to me. So as you guys know, I work in the current energy, so I'm forever getting downloads, deciphering, translating, channeling, doing all that sort of stuff. Everything that I do personally as a reader is in real time. So because I firmly believe that all we have is now, and knowing what we need to do, hence doing these type of readings to move forward in our own lives. But yeah, there's definitely some sort of reset coming. I do feel on the opposite end that there may be some worry or fear or something of that nature that's going to pop up. So they're really encouraging everyone to step back into who they really are, into a higher level of consciousness. I will be sharing over in the Spiritual Shack over on Patreon next week some fundamental knowings and learnings and teachings of who you really are before you were birthed into this physical experience. I know for myself that knowing that fundamental foundation of who we really are, we're extensions of positive source energy. We are, all one, and we're all continuous, all that sort of stuff. Me knowing that really, really, really helps me on my journey. So I want to help you guys on your journey too by sharing some fundamentals of knowing why you're here, who you are, and all that sort of stuff. So that's what Spirit have been guiding me to do over the last week or so. It's the power of deliberate intention. So everything that we intend to be from this moment forth will be. So you can either do that at where you are, at your own level of consciousness, or you can raise your vibration a little bit and live life in a higher state of awareness. So anyway, my purpose for today, I'll pop all the links down below. Once again, thank you to everybody who buys me a coffee, leaves me a coin donation, anything of that nature. I really, really, really do appreciate it. All the links are down below if you want to book a private reading with me. If you want to join the Patreon Spiritual Shack, you can join the free shack over on Facebook if you like. You can join my Facebook to just get little daily pieces, nuggets of wisdom or readings over there each morning. All my links are down below to wherever you can find me. All right, so without further ado, I'm really keen to do this because I want this for myself as much as you guys are probably fainting for it. But anyway, I'm going to ask Spirit to use all my senses safely, securely, and for protection to offer the Mass Conscious Collective, which is myself included, something that we need to know from this moment forth. So Spirit, what is really, really important for us as a collective consciousness on this planet right now? What do we need to know from this moment forth? I'm not putting any time frames on this like I used to do. I used to go for the following week because everyone's in their own journey, in their own energetic timeline. So if you do want to find out what's coming up for you in your own energetic timeline, that's what I do. I can psychically see future possibilities. So yeah, book in for a reading if you like to. They just told me split in two. Don't be surprised in the coming months if it feels like you as an individual, you're being split in two, or that's what actually happens. Something about being split in two. I think we can all already see that happening when it comes to certain topics, which I don't like to mention in words, but you probably all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so we're going to be split in two. Perfect. So Spirit wanted you to know that you and your loved ones are safe. So if anything untoward sort of starts unfolding from this moment forth on this planet, please know that Spirit have your back, your ancestors have your back, that we are all are safe and supported by them. They just keep saying support, 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 support. So it's really important that if anything, once again, untoward, which means less than, comes into your own experience or happens as a collective, please know that we are always safe. We are always safe. So that's why it's really important. I've been bantering on about this, about raising your vibration, standing by your own beliefs, not only knowing that, but embodying it as well. Now is a very, very, very important time to embody your beliefs and to show the world the real you, as you know. The Spirit asking you not to let your past hold you back. So stop using anything in the past as your excuse not to move forward, even if it's in your current reality. You know, I don't have enough money to do that, so I can't do that. You know, it's time to raise your consciousness, come into a new state of awareness, and know that you can do have whatever you set your mind to. There is no limit or lack on this planet. It's only what we pinch ourselves off from. The universe is unlimited. So please, if you are someone and you can put your hand up and take acknowledgement that maybe there are some things in your current reality or in your past that is holding you back, it's time to let it go. It's time to let it go. And I don't even usually like saying let go. I say release it, because you're giving birth to new desires each and every day. Every time we experience something in our own lives that we don't want, it opens up that portal for us to tell the universe of what it is that we do want. The problem is that most people don't jump on the do want train, and they keep focusing and investing all their precious time and energy into those things that they don't like at the moment, or how it's been and all that sort of stuff. It's time to get out of that, kids. It really is. So please don't let your past hold you back. It's time to release anything that is unwanted, including your thoughts, people, places, things, anything of that nature that is not conducive to your own well-being. A personal issue is going to reach a resolution. I'm telling you what, this is a massive reset. So if you are going through a lot of contrast at the moment, which basically means things that you don't want, feeling sort of, a bit anxious or undesirable or unwanted or rejected or abandoned or anything like that, it's happening for a reason right now. It's the universe's way of showing you of what's not conducive to your well-being, but it's up to you and your free will to choose to branch out a little bit more. Knowledge is power, so you may have to increase your level of learning across the board. You may actually have to cut ties with specific people. You may have to find different ways of doing things, but please know that if you are going through any personal issues right now, they are reaching a resolution. I know it feels like it's a long time coming because I'm going through it as well, going through all the shifts and changes, but it is definitely coming in. It's coming in for a collective, and I think that's where the split in two is going to come into. So you're either going to be on this, well, let's just say proactive end of the stick, or you're going to be on the victim side of the stick. We are going to feel like we are stuck to, see, look, you are good enough. I said that just before. So Spirit really wants you to tap into your own personal power right now. Like I say, knowledge is power. When you really remember and embrace who you really are as an extension of Source, who has chosen to come to live this life, by your own terms, through your own free will, all that sort of stuff. Life will get better and better for you once you start remembering that. Like I say, over in the Spiritual Shack next week, I'll share you some hints and points. And to be honest, I'll share it and you'll know it. You'll just know it anyway, but half the time we don't believe it or live it in this life. So Spirit really wants you to know that you are good enough and that personal issues are reaching a resolution, especially if you stop selling for sloppy seconds or believing what everybody else is saying in regards to any topic in this life. It's really important that you don't let the past hold you back right now and know that you and your loved ones are safe. So I think that's what most of us are reaching for at the moment, isn't it? It's overall stability and security. So at the end of the day, you need to get to that point within your own vibration so your external world can reflect that. So that's what we're doing at the moment. And I know it's not easy. And the same card keeps coming out. If you saw my live with Ben over on Inspired Action, if you haven't, you can head over there and check that out. A new romantic cycle begins. This has been coming up for a few weeks. So we are in the energetic timeline of loving ourselves first and foremost, so we can bring balance into our lives. Love yourself enough to not let the external world influence you in some way. I mean, Be everyone's cheerleader, cheer them on, but make sure that you're doing you first. What's that saying? Those that matter don't mind, those that mind don't matter, or something of that nature. So it's really important that you stay in your own lane. It may come across to others like you're being very selfish, you're being unsupportive, you're only focused on yourself, your ego, all that sort of stuff. That's just their perception through their level of awareness. But if you are aware that everyone's here on their own journey and that everyone can do have whatever they will set their mind to, and sometimes people do need their space to do that. That's why I stick to myself quite a lot. It's not that I'm ignoring people, it's just that the more outside influence that I have in my own life, the more it stuffs up my own journey, and I constantly go through this life with unsteady footing. So, how others think of you is none of your business right now. It's really important that you tap into your higher self, your intuition. There is balance coming. Some of you may have to balance out the intuition side of life with the practicality side of life. So, your spiritual side and... Oh, shivers. Way too many there, but they all did fall out and they all look good. So let's see if they come out again. But please know that a new romantic cycle, the love is coming back, but it's up to all you guys to choose love first and foremost. I don't know about you guys, but must be going through some level of ascension because I literally can't drink enough water, can't eat enough fruit. Like I just can't pump myself up with enough goodness at the moment. Yes, indeed. This one wanted to jump out. We are coming into a time of exchanging gifts. So this exchanging gifts means equal energy exchange. I literally just put up a post on our day 7 of 7 money mindset in the Patreon group for this week. It's about, whether it's money, whether it's support, whether it's time, whether it's energy, no matter what it is. If you're giving it out right now, you can expect for it to come in return. And if you're not getting it in return right now, there's something in your energy that needs to shift. So you're open to receive it as well. People pleasers struggle with that type of energy. Those with the lack of knowing that just because you help Joe Blow out, it doesn't mean that Joe Blow is the one that's going to help you back. It's going to be someone else in this universe that's going to help you back. We are heading into times of equal energy exchange. So we really need to do a bit of a self-check at the moment to see where we're at with that. That's part of this personal issues that are reaching a resolution, I believe. And it's just about knowing that you are good enough. You are good enough to accept unconditional love. You are good enough to receive all the abundance that you desire. You are good enough for any job, any position that you choose to go for. You are good enough. You are good enough. Don't let anyone from this moment forth tell you otherwise. That's really important. Yeah, see the balance of the scales, the fairness is coming in. I'll just show you by symbolism. She's got the scales here and the scales are in this one as well. So there is balance, but it's about us creating that, us being deliberate creators as the beautiful souls that we are, knowing that we are good enough and that we can balance out the scales. If you have been doing the energy work, if you've been shifting those shadow parts of self, by releasing those things, replacing it with something better. A lot of people I know are journaling right now. They're, paying it forward in some way. They're doing it in their own way to shift the balance back into their favor. That's one thing. Things are going to start going in your favor. Things will get balanced out for you, but you've got to create that balance for yourself. You can't expect the world to change and for you just to benefit and profit or benefit from that. They just told me too that a lot of people out there are being downloaded wisdom. So spirit are trying to download wisdom, but if you're not in the meditative state or you're not cool, calm, collected, so to speak, to receive that type of information, it might pass you by. Dreams are telling me they're trying to contact a lot of people through their dreams, or they're helping you transmute anything that you're holding on to subconsciously through your dream state. I know for a fact that a lot of people have come to me this week saying, oh God, I'm having nightmares, having the worst nightmares. And I've been waking up with a fright and all this sort of stuff. What this is, in the best way that I can say it on an energy sense, is that the universe is trying to transmute that. They're sort of saying, don't hold it back here anymore. Don't keep it back, at the back of your mind anymore. Let's transmute it. Go through that icky feeling, so to speak, through a dreamlike state so they can transmute it. And if you are someone that sort of gets up and Googles what that dream means and finds understanding and does the research, you'll know what I mean. It's about learning as to what's going on with you, why it's coming up. When it does come to dreams, it's important to remember too that it's not necessarily the specific about it. It's like how readers get their signs and symbols. Sometimes it's not the specific symbol or sign that they're getting, it's the feeling attached to it. So if you are having dreams, start a dream journal and jot down the feelings that you are having attached to that. So that's important to know, but there is some fairness coming, guys, and it's going to come through support. So either you may have to be a support person for someone else, or it's time for you to accept the support that you need to move forward. It's definitely coming in. Spirit are there first and foremost to help you. They are sending you signs and synchronicities. If you're seeing repetitive numbers, feathers, coins, same songs coming on the radio, you keep crossing paths with the same people, even if they're from the past. It's all happening at the moment for you to either release something or to embrace something. So we are definitely being guided right now. There's a beautiful divine orchestration that's happening at the moment. And a lot of people are getting impatient. They can feel it. It's kind of like putting a roast in the oven and you can smell it cooking, but you can't go and eat it yet, can you? Because, obviously it's still going to be raw. So, but they can smell it, and it's like a teasing, and I think that's what the energy is like at the moment. So please be patient, practice patience. Please know that everything's happening in divine timing here. First and foremost, it's really, really important, this coming out all this week as well, that you remain flexible. Things, your desires and your shifts and your changes can come in ways that you can't even think of. So it's really open mind, as you said. So it's really important that you keep an open mind and you remain flexible in your stance or your beliefs in anything. If it doesn't feel good, leave it alone. If it feels good, inquire about it a little bit more, follow that. But I've got a feeling that a lot of people are expecting things to come in a certain way. That's what's causing their resistance. But if they were to loosen that up a little bit, I think it's going to go in a completely different way than what you even expected. So remain really, really flexible right now, because like I said, it's going to be split in half. This can go in two ways, and it's going to go in the way of how your awareness and your own consciousness is. And it doesn't make anyone better, anyone worse, or anything of that nature. It's just some people are choosing to grow and expand and some people aren't. And you will know in your immediate environment who those energies are and who they're not. Yeah, so we got the orphaned energy here. So sometimes we do have to take some time out to self and become a bit of a hermit and just get ourselves in balance, get ourselves in check first and foremost. If you're not doing that, that's your guidance. Some of you do feel quite alone. If that is the case, please reach out and get the support. Join community services, join community groups. Do what you can to sort of not feel this lonely, orphaned type feeling. I know it's hard when you are a natural intuitive. You can feel really ostracized. You can feel really, you're just not like everybody else. I've battled that my whole life. I'm just not like everybody else. I can't do small talk, man. Just can't do small talk. If it's not stimulating to me, I just leave it alone. I can't be part of it. All that sort of stuff. You need to start accepting those parts of self. And honestly, once you start doing that, you'll start attracting people who are very similar. They're there for you unconditionally and all that sort of stuff, but they don't need you, there to constantly pick them up or, they just told me service on demand. So make sure that if you are of service right now, that you don't make yourself on demand, because I feel like as the world's waking up and the consciousness is rising, people are going to be so desperate for answers, for help, for reassurance. As light workers, we really need to stand in our own power and make sure that you're not on demand for other people. That's going to be really, really important. Different topic altogether. But we do have the Treasure Island. So things are opening up for everybody. Even if it doesn't feel like it right now, this is your Pandora's box. To me, the turtle represents that slow moving energy. This has been very slow. It's because we have been influenced by so many different other people, so many other stories. Our energies have been split into 17 different directions. It's time to come back to who we really are, what we stand for, what we embody, what we believe, what our morals and values and virtues are. It's really, really important. Time to pray if you believe in that sort of thing. I did put a post up about saying the Lord's Prayer every night since I was a little girl, even though I'm not far from religious or anything like that. But, if you are feeling really stuck, please use the power of prayer to get you through and to know that you are not alone, because Spirit and Source definitely have your back. But there's a whole new world opening up right now, and it's really important to remain flexible in how this is going to happen or eventuate or come about for you as an individual. I've had some consistent readings this week where the individual has put in applications for jobs or put themselves on dating sites or have done something like that. And yet because Spirit know it's for your highest good, I'm saying, well, that's all cool. Keep partying in that environment if that's, conducive, it's making you feel good and stuff. But I see it coming in a different way. So these people are going to meet people either organically or someone was actually going to offer them a position. They're slaving away, hitting the keyboard, applying, and get rejected, when I actually saw it coming in a different way for them. Like they might see a sign on a billboard or, walking past a store saying employees wanted or something. You just got to remain really, really flexible right now, because there's a lot of entrepreneurs especially birthing new ideas right now. The specific doesn't even come to me sometimes, but they're going to be the byproduct of that, of this rebirth. So it's going to come in so many different ways. Okay, let's get into some tarots. Woo! Oh, emotional fulfillment. The trick at the moment, guys, is to embody this first. You may have to trick your mind to know that you are emotionally stable. You can be emotionally stable. It's okay to be authentic, raw, transparent, and vulnerable right now. It's important. It's really important. The Ace of Cups to me represents I'm an emotional high. So please know that if you are being a real deliberate creator and you are doing equal energy exchange and you are putting yourself first and foremost above everything else, and you are speaking your truth, even if it hurts somebody else, which is never intentional. It's just the fact that why should you keep tolerating the BS of other people or being treated a certain way or being taken advantage of or being on demand? It's time to stop being all those things for other people so they can move forward freely in life, while you're here sitting here in this orphaned energy, feeling drained, feeling alone, feeling like no one else cares. So that's the energy that's, they're putting a stop to it. Well, they're trying, but you've got to be a willing participant. But please know, if you are doing the energy work, there are much, much more fulfilling times coming in. Oh shit, they all flying out. So that put your hand on your heart. What's your heart telling you right now? I know it feels really corny and all that when you start doing it, but put your hand on your heart. Get in touch with yourself. Queen of Pentacles just jumped out as well. So this is money from your own ideas. This is an increase in abundance and money and joy, love, whatever you're asking for right now. You are the queen of your castle or the king. There's no genders here, but if you invest time in yourself, if you invest money outside of yourself, if you help others as much as you need to help yourself, if you do all that equal energy exchanging, it's going to pay off for you. It's going to pay off for you. Some of you, if you have a new idea, it's going to take off. It's going to take off. So congratulations to everyone who is putting themselves out there right now. I'm so proud of you guys, because I know how they're all flying out. Look at that. I know how difficult that is just to get that footing and get that traction going. So kudos to you guys. Got the Empress just flew out. Can't believe how much they're flying out. But the Empress represents birth of new ideas. Can also represent pregnancy. So if you do want to get up the duff, get into the right mindset of it. Because the Spirit are ushering in a whole new level of energies right now. So obviously through the birth of beautiful, sensitive children. But this could be the birth of idea as well. So don't be surprised if over the next 2 to 3 weeks, things are still a little bit emotionally up and down. You feel like you're hitting a wall, and then all of a sudden, wow, I'm on the flow again. And oh shit, if I hit the wall, the flow, the roll. Don't be surprised if you do that. We are still coming out of this retrograde energy. But if you are giving birth and you're really taking care of yourself, you're nurturing yourself first and foremost, I don't think they can reiterate that any stronger than we have today. And open yourself up to keep yourself flexible to new ways of doing things. There is balance coming in. You need to create it for yourself, and it's through the exchanging of these gifts. Be open to where these gifts are going to come from, because you just don't know. It's spiritually supported, very spiritually supported. Just remember, guys, that if you change places, it can often change your problems. So if any of you are going, I want to move interstate, I want to move over here, I want a whole new lifestyle change, I want to move, there's something about moving into something else. Just be mindful of that energy, because at the end of the day, just changing your place sometimes just changes your problems. You want to be where you currently are, get in alignment with who you really are, and give birth from that place, rather than thinking I'm just going to jump from bed to bed, relationship to relationship, and I'm just going to find the perfect partner. It's not how it works. If you're going to jump and move house and move house and move house and move house, you still take yourself with you. It won't work. So please stop looking for things that are outside yourself, or thinking that I need to be over there to get what I want. That is not a real serving type of belief or energy right now. It's about honoring your feelings first and foremost. Look at the love coming in. If you are after a relationship, you're after a soulmate. There's so many soulmate connections coming in. This card's come out in every reading this week, so it's really nice to know. I feel like a lot of you are going to be swept off your feet in some way, but this also represents fellow people on this planet who actually add value to your life. They actually cross your T's, dot your I's, they actually add value to your life. So the more you give yourself value, the more you give yourself time and space and good food and exercise and positive thoughts and all that sort of stuff, you're going to meet your match. You are definitely going to meet your match from here on out, and here comes the balance. Even if you're talking positive chat about your job or your business or your employment, or the fact that you are going to move house, or whatever your desire is, it's really important that you use your affirmative scripts to keep that going. But if you are specifically seeking a relationship, please know, I feel like between now and March, you could quite possibly be swept off your feet by somebody, and it feels good. Oh yeah. They just told me the joining of baby and mother and stuff as well. So if you are trying to conceive, please raise your vibration, tap into a high level of consciousness. Know that these little beings choose us, even though we have to do the action for it. But please know that if you have been struggling on all that, the possibility of you being very fertile right now can bring your desire into fruition. Yeah, see, it's a choice. Are you going to continue to let the external world dictate to you, whether it's family, friends, anybody, tell you how it's going to be, and live in this constant state of wounding, or you're going to jump out of that? Some are going to choose it. Then my readings probably aren't really good for them. But look, we got the Wheel of Fortune, see? This is the end of a karmic cycle for many, many, many people. At the moment, we're still sifting and sorting. We're working out what doesn't suit us. We're replacing it with more things that do. This wheel is going to turn. It's going to push us out the other side. I keep getting March with this energy. We are at the moment, we're cutting cords. We're cutting energetic attachments that no longer serve us. We're really drawing within ourselves to learn to really understand and embody the lessons that we've learned and what we're not going to do again, and the new things that we are going to do, and then it's going to spit us out the other side. If you do need a financial or abundant or some sort of value in your life, the resources you need are coming in. It's going to start getting drip fed. What I find a lot of people do is that they don't really show appreciation or gratitude for even the smallest things in life. Like, I know when I find 20 cents on the ground, man, I'm like, woo, thank you, universe. Like really intentionally, I'm like, wow, that 20 cents is so valuable to me. And then I say, thank you so much. I'm really looking forward to this 20 cents being, multiplied by 1,000. So bring it on, universe. Bring it on, universe. I know there's no lack. That's why when it comes to affirmative self-scripts and all that sort of jazz, it's really important that you know the fundamentals of who you are. And understand that you are a higher consciousness, but you're born into this world with free will, and you create your own experiences, and often we forget who we really are and what we actually stand for. So please know that if you do need abundance, if you do need resources, support even, doesn't always have to be financial, it's coming in for you. Whatever support you need is coming in for you. So please remain flexible on how that support's going to come in for you. It's going to make you start feeling emotionally better. Throat chakra's closing up right now, so you really need to start speaking your truth to yourself and to others. It's really important, but we're getting balance here. The personal issues are finding a resolution. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful new friendships. These are new friendships that could lead into more with this soulmate energy here. So be your own friend first and foremost. Enjoy your own solitude and really enjoy who the next level, the next tier of energies that are coming in to be your friend. It's all happening. Please continue to surround yourself with positive energy. This jumped out in the pre-shuffle as well. So choose positivity. And the way that you do that is just choosing what feels best for you every single day. From the moment you wake up in the morning, today I choose to feel what's best for me. Today I choose. And if Joe Blow or Mary Sue and that, and they don't agree with that, then, so be it. Surround yourself with positive people and situations. Avoid negativity. And it's important to incorporate some more play in your life. A lot of us get too serious. You know what I mean? And it's like a tunnel vision. They just put me in like a tunnel. A lot of people have such tunnel vision now. Please open your mind, expand your horizons, remain flexible. Know that you can have the things and resources, people, places, all that sort of stuff can come into you in so many ways. It's ridiculous. And it's so exciting. And it's about us knowing what we want, who we are, our reason for being, and only saying yes to things that are conducive to that. That's what it's all about right now. Because I feel like there's a shift in the consciousness on the planet. You're either going to go down with the ship or you're going to rise above it and conquer all. All right, now we're going to get 3 Keepers of the Light Tarot. So if you do believe in non-physical and you want to reach out to some form of deity, you can take all of these, you can take one of these, whatever resonates for you. Always just take what you need and leave the rest, what resonates for you. If none of this resonates, you think, oh wow, this is far beyond me, go back and watch some previous videos, because what I'm basically doing from this moment forth, especially in the Spiritual Shack over on Patreon, is that I take these readings, I tap into the collective energies, and whatever I feel people may need, whether it's a printable, whether it's a bit of guidance, whether it's posts, like next week, we're going to tap into who we really are before we come into these physical beings. That's where the Patreon's going to go. So if you want that exclusive content, you've got to jump over there. But, yeah, anyway, I don't know where I'm going. Let's get through these. So we got focused intention. See, those who are in the Spiritual Shack, I told them about 3 days, I put a post up and I said, Spirit are hounding in my ear to help people understand intention right now, what intention probably means and what it feels like to have full intention. But we've got Diana. Think about what you desire. Set your sights high and expect the best possible outcome, and please be flexible. Please be very flexible right now. It's really, really important. We also got Lord Ganesh, which is infinite abundance. So if you live in lack, you believe in lack. You believe in scarcity, and you're too focused on how your outcomes have turned out in the past, and you're just expecting a repeat performance of that, then you're shooting yourself in the foot, literally. So please pray to Lord Ganesh or Diana, because through intention, positive intention, only focus on what you desire, only saying yes to things that are for your highest good and are in alignment with your goals and desires. There is infinite abundance attached to this. Not only infinite abundance, but also emotional abundance. You're going to start feeling emotionally better. No ifs, no buts. I'm literally going, oh, wow, yeah. See, now we got White Eagle, which is your ancestors. Your ancestors, I know I've got my brother and my mum around me this week like crazy, and it's been so reassuring. So ancestor spirit, connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. So this could be happening in your sleep. They just told me dream time with this as well. So if you are having upsetting dreams or something about loved ones or intimate friends or whoever, those that you feel really close to, it's happening for a reason. There's a massive transmuting of energy happening now. They wanted me to pull 4, so we're going to go 4. And then we've got your sacred self. Please unleash your spirit, express your gifts, and dance to the sacred rhythm of life. So, like I say, some of you may have to go back to the beginning and really understand and get knowledge on what life's all about, why you're here, what's your purpose. Your purpose really is, at the end of the day, about joy. Finding the joy in everything that you do, and only deliberately choosing those things that bring you joy. If things from in your now and your past don't bring you joy anymore, nothing's going wrong. It doesn't make anyone better or worse than anyone else. It's part of your soul's growth, and it's all going to depend on your own level of awareness, and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, so we got the Shekinah. I don't know whether you can Shekinah. They just corrected me. So we've got the Shekinah, we've got White Eagle, we've got Lord Ganesh, and we've also got Diana. So set your intentions, my loves. Set your intentions. Stop saying yes to things you really want to say no about. Come back to self. Release the need or the ongoing repetitious behavior of feeling guilty because you feel like you're letting someone else down or hurting their feelings or anything like that. You know, what can you do? What can you do? Don't hold yourself back because someone else isn't willing to grow. Okay? All right, I hope that all made sense. Once again, thank you all so much for being here. If you would like to leave a coin donation just to say thanks, or you want to join the Spiritual Shack over on Patreon, where I'll be helping you with your intentions and your understanding. I mean, I love having a little refresher course myself, just so you can stand in your power a little bit more. You can jump over to the Spiritual Shack and do that. If you want to book a reading, the link is down below. If you want me to join me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, you want to join the free group over on Facebook with the Spiritual Shack, any of that, we would love to have you. And as always, I'm always here to help you from where you are in your now to where we're going to go. So I'm forever yours in moving forward. Anyway, guys, have a wonderful week ahead. I love you all so much. And yeah, be kind to each other. Bye.